Students, today we will discuss about the topic lesson plan, its needs and importance. Also, we will discuss in this topic the steps for the lesson plan. This topic is very important in all the pedagogy subject of B.Ed first year and also in the practical exams skill and teaching for B.Ed second year. Related to this topic, following question can be asked in the theory exam. What is the importance of planning of a lesson? Describe steps of a lesson plan in detail. Second, difference between the lesson plan and the unit plan. Next, principles of lesson plan and characteristics of a good lesson plan. Let us discuss about the meaning of a lesson plan. We all know, students, before entering in the class, every teacher always thinks on the 4 areas generally: what he will teach, whom he will teach, why he will teach, and how he will find whether his students has understand the concept clear or not. Answer of all these questions can be found out very effectively by planning the lesson effectively. To make the concept of the lesson plan more clear, let us discuss the definition of lesson plan according to Binning and Binning. According to him, daily lesson plan involves defining the objectives, selecting and arranging the subject matter, and determining the method and the procedure. According to Joseph London, we may define lesson plan as a draft of lesson put upon paper with all important points, whether of matter or the method, clearly marked. So students, we can easily define the lesson plan as the planning of a lesson, daily lesson, with a particular unit of a subject matter to be taught by the class teacher in his specific school period for the realization of preset instructional objective. Now, we will discuss about the principles of the planning. First principle is the plan should be flexible. We all know each child in the classroom is different in his ability, experiences, needs, his interest, and each has his own attitude. So, keeping in mind, plan should be concrete and specific, and as well as it should also be flexible. Second principle, plan should be specific in nature. Means plan should give specific information as how the teaching learning process is expected to move forward. And third one is the plan should be realistic. After discussing the principles of the lesson plan, let us discuss about the need and importance for the teachers. The teacher is clear on what he needs, how and when. The lesson plan process allows teachers to evaluate their own knowledge with regard to the content to be taught. Lesson plan gives teachers the opportunity to think deliberately about the choice of lesson objectives, the type of activities that will meet these objectives, the sequence of those activities and the material needed. Lesson plan works like a map that directs the teacher on how to cover different topics within the curriculum and serves as an amazing tutorial tool. Means if a teacher has the complete knowledge of writing a good lesson plan, teacher can become a good teacher. Teacher can taught very well. he or she can satisfy his or her student in the class, and hence his teaching will become very effectively. Lesson plans enable teachers to function more effectively in the classroom by giving a detailed outline that during each class ensure that every moment spent in the class is used by him to teach meaningful concept. Lesson planning gives the teacher greater assurance and freedom in teaching, and teacher enters in the class without anxiety and ready to teach with confidence and accuracy. It provides for adequate lesson summaries, ensures a definite assignment for class, and availability of the material for lesson when needed. While planning the lesson, teachers should keep in mind the background of the students, lessons objective which teacher has to achieve during his teaching learning process, teaching material and method while developing the lesson plan. Teacher should assure before the lesson plan which type of teaching material, teaching aid or the method he will use while teaching in the lesson plan. So till now we have discussed about the definition of the lesson plan, principles of lesson plan, as well as the uh, need and importance of the lesson plan for the teacher. Now we will discuss the steps for the planning of the lesson plan. According to the helpers, these are the steps. Very first is the preparation, second is the presentation, third is the comparison and association, next is the generalization, then application, and last is the recapitulation. Students, let us discuss the first step, preparation. This step concerned with the preparing the students for receiving new knowledge. When you note this point, nothing new is taught to the students relevant to the topic in hand. The teacher himself makes sure of what the pupils already know and put question based on the pupils' previous knowledge. Means this step simply a ground is prepared for the student to make ready them for the new learning. Nothing new is taught in this. This step has two aspects. One is the previous knowledge testing, and second is the announcement of the aim or the topic. Students, in this step, teacher test the previous knowledge of the students either by asking the questions or using any type of the instructional material, and after testing the previous knowledge, students get motivated to gain the new knowledge. After PK testing, previous knowledge testing, teacher announce the topic which he is going to teach in the class. So student, in this step, two levels are there. One is the previous knowledge testing and the announcement of the aim or the topic. No matter how qualified or talented a teacher may be, he should plan his lesson in advance for make his teaching effective by deciding what he has to teach and by which method he has to teach. Lesson plan should be prepared with predetermined objective and should be according to the cognitive level, maturity level, age level of the student. Second step is the presentation. Aim of this step is to make the concept understandable to the student. So the aims of the lesson should be stated clearly. Heading should be written on the blackboard. Provide situation for both the teacher and the student to participate in the process of teaching and learning. Teacher should use simple language, appropriate and specific example, illustration, asking question from time, arranging carefully and skillfully his material to make the concept clearly and readily grasped. Proper use of question, charts, graphs, pictures, models, and other illustrative for demonstration and explanation. During teaching or the presentation of the lesson, student activity should be much more than the teacher activity. Teacher should keep in mind that the lesson is for the students, not for the teacher. Therefore, lesson should be child centered and should be for the child only. Next step is the comparison. In this stage, to compare the facts observed by the students with the another concept by way of giving the examples. Use of this comparison, the student can derive definition of the theory. The students are encouraged to give new suitable examples for the concept instead of the examples given in the books to make them think an innovative manner. Means new ideas and the knowledge is compared with the known similar facts to arrive at proper generalization, to establish principle or derive definition. So student, it is the very important step in the process of the lesson planning. In this step, by considering the above generalized fact, principles, definitions with the help of the association, students themselves draw out the conclusion. If sometimes students are unable to have proper conclusion or generalization of the learning material, teacher should help to correct the result. And next step is the application. In this stage, teacher makes the students to use the understood knowledge in an unfamiliar familiar situation. Unless the knowledge of the science is applied, for example, unless the knowledge of the science is applied in new situation or in our day-to-day life, the study of the science will become meaningless. This application of scientific principles will strengthen learning and will make learning permanent. Means students, in this step, new formula or principle or practical implication of the learnt material are given to the student related to their everyday life to have actual verification of the derived formula or principle, to make the learnt material more understandable or clear. This step is known as the recapitulation. No lesson is ended without effective recapitulation, always kept in mind by the teacher. It is always done at the end of the lesson as well as during the lesson. Teacher in this step tries to test the effectiveness of the imparted knowledge by asking question or audio or both. Teacher comes to know up to what extent students have grasped the knowledge. In this step, assessment of the teaching learning material is done by putting objective type question or any type of the question to the students at the end of the teaching. If need arise, corrections are made. And finally, after the recapitulation, homework is assigned to the students related to the subject matter topic. So students, this was all about the lesson plan. According to the Stevens oral, to every teacher I would always say, always plan out your lesson beforehand, but do not be slave of it. We should keep in mind always, do not be slave of it. So students, this was all about the lesson plan topic. If you have any queries, please you can call me on these two contact numbers, and you can send your queries on k2educations@gmail.com. Thank you very much. Thanks students.